Hello everyone and welcome back. So today we are going to solve a very classic question from the Putnam mathematics competition. So let's come to the question first. So the question says, let if mapping the closed interval 0 1 to the non-negative reals 0 infinity and be strictly increasing and continuous, and let R be the region bounded by x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 0 and y is equal to fx. Okay. Now let x1 be the x coordinate of the centroid of R and let x2 be the x coordinate of the centroid of the solid generated by rotating R around the x axis. So now prove that x1 less than x2. Okay. So let's solve this together. Just give me a second. Yeah. Now think x1 as the average x weighted by the height of the curve. Okay. And x2 as the average of x weighted by the square of the height, because volume involves pi into r square. Now since the function is increasing, so the heavy part of the function is near x is equal to 1, and if we square a big number, it gets even bigger related to the small numbers at the start. So x2 should naturally be pulled further to the right than x1. So these things are going to be happen. Now let's bring out the big guns now. Now for the area centroid, x1 is what? Integration 0 to 1 x into fx dx by integration 0 to 1 fx dx. Okay. Now for the volume centroid, x2. So using the disk method, the volume element is what? Pi into fx whole square. So x2 will be what? Integration 0 to 1 x into fx whole square dx by integration 0 to 1 f of x whole square dx. Okay. Now we need to prove x2 minus x1 greater than 0. So if we cross multiply, since the denominators are positive, we just need to show what? Integration of 0 to 1 x into f of x square dx into integration of 0 to 1 fx dx is definitely greater than integration 0 to 1 x into fx dx into integration 0 to 1 f of x square dx. Right? Now this looks like a mess, right? Wrong. This is a classic setup for the something called sum inequality, or just the smart rearrangement. Okay, so let's use a trick that will make the graders weep with joy. So let's define a weighting function now. Now let gx is equal to fx by integration 0 to 1 ft dt. Okay. Now integration 0 to 1 gx dx is what? 1. So this turns x1 and x2 into expected values. So x1 is what? Integration 0 to 1 x into gx dx, and x2 will be what? Integration 0 to 1 x into fx into gx dx by integration 0 to 1 f of x into gx dx. Right? Now look at the covariance of x and fx under the distribution gx. Since both hx is equal to x and fx are strictly increasing function, they are positively correlated. Now if hx and fx increase together, then we can say that integration x into fx gx dx is definitely greater than integration x into gx dx into integration f of x into g of x dx. Right? Now divide both sides by integration fx gx, which is positive. So we get what? Integration x into fx into gx dx by integration fx gx dx greater than integration x into gx dx. Right? But wait for it. The left side is x2 and the right side is x1. Right? So x2 greater than x1. So why did this work? Because f of x acts as a magnifying glass, you can say that. By squaring it for the volume, we gave more importance to the larger values of x, where fx is bigger because it's increasing. And if fx was a constant, x1 would equal to x2, and if fx was decreasing, the inequality would flip. Okay, so whenever you see the centroids of different dimensions, look for which one weights the outer regions more heavily. Okay, so we have solved this question beautifully. If you have any kind of doubt regarding this, you can ask me in the comment section, guys. So see you in the next session. Till then, bye bye.